Hello everyone. Today we're going to do a split plug. Show you what it is and how to wire a switch so we have constant power on the bottom, and we're going to run a switch leg to do the top. So a switch will operate the top while the bottom just stays hot all the time. A split plug basically means that the top and bottom are going to be powered separately. Normally you would do this if you have, I only have one circuit coming into this box, but if you had two separate circuits, meaning from two different breakers, you could run one wire to each one. So each one has its own circuit. In this case, I only have the one hot coming in, but I can still show you how to do it. And then wire it so that a switch leg operates the top only. So if this is without that, this is how it would be wired. Ground, neutral, hot. So we'll disconnect that. So that's what you would have normally, so now you're adapting it. I'm actually going to use this plug after this video in my attic here in the garage because I got a plug up there, but what I want to do is have constant power but also I ran some lighting up there that just plugs in. So I want constant power up top, but now by having this with the lights plugged into it, I'm going to do this exact same thing up there so I can have a switch to operate the lights, but yet have constant power no matter what. So I'll be doing this exact same thing. So now, if you can see, what we're doing is normally you hook up to one and it hits both. So there's a little metal tab that's in between. So what we're doing is we're taking off those tabs to create two separate entities. You wiggle them back and forth. You can see the little tab that breaks off. So now the screws are separate. It's now a split plug. When I hook a wire onto here, it doesn't hit this side. So you have to wire both now. It's as if you have two devices. So I'll break this one as well. Now we have a split plug. So now for wiring it, let's take a look. We'll go through this together. That was curled because that was on the plug, but now on the receptacle, we'll straighten them out. So what's going to happen is they're going to end up going under morettes. Okay, so here's our power coming in. Here's our 3-wire that we ran up to our switch. So now grounds, first off, always do grounds first, get them out of the way. Up top here, I landed the ground. It doesn't go to the switch, push it out of the way. Down here, we do need a ground. We got the 2 coming in. It's already landed in the back. Oh, no, it's not. Let's bite that on. Okay. I thought I did that ahead of time, but apparently not. Okay, now it's on. So now we have a ground back there. Here's our other ground coming in. Our ground that comes in, that's the one you want to land. This is the one that goes up. So we're going to twist those together, but we're going to pigtail it because we still need a ground. So all the stuff that's coming to here is you're going to end up getting pigtailed, meaning you grab another piece. Twist them together, add in your pigtail, make sure it gets twisted in there. And cut them all even at the end. You want to make it so that all 3 make it to the end. So all three will be under that pigtail. Okay. Do a quick little bend here on the end. Let's throw that on right now. Okay, so our grounds are in the back there, landed on the back, hammered them all together, it's on the receptacle. Okay, so that's that. So now the wiring of this, let's go through this. So when we come in, we have a neutral. Neutral is going to go up to this switch leg, because by code you need a neutral, even though we're not going to use it. It's for future. So we'll put our neutrals together. Line them up. And this one up here, we don't need it. So what we're going to do is throw a moret on that. I stripped just like 1/8 of an inch of the insulation off, just to ensure that you can feel it. It bites into that copper. And now that just goes into the back. We don't need that. There we go. So there's our neutral. So now we're left with that. Now our neutral still has to make it to the plug. So what we need to do, what you could do, since we're on one circuit, and I wanted to show what you would do if it was two separate circuits in the sense of the plug. But in this scenario, you could just run it to one on your neutral side and not break the tab, because this is all one circuit. So you could do that, but I wanted to show you how it broke on both sides. So because I did that, now I'm going to throw 2 in there. A little bit overkill for the example. There's a little simpler way, but that's okay. Trim the ends. For that one, we'll do a 35. Don't think 33 would be a bit tight on that. 35 moret, that is. Okay. So now we have our 2 neutrals that will run to catch the top and the bottom of the receptacle, both sides of the split. It's a bit overkill, but it also, by doing it this way, it explains what's happening a little easier too. So you can see that they all bite together, and both of those will go onto there. I'll wait to put them on yet. We'll make it so we can still see what we're doing with our hots. You know what, let's just throw them on actually. Also gets them out of the way. As always, clockwise when you're going around a screw. Okay, so our neutral comes in, they all bunch together. We make sure both sides are hit because it's one circuit, so we can do that. Comes up, we kill it. Okay, so now what about this side, the hot? So here's our hot coming in. So what we want to do with that now is, where do we need it to go? We need hot to be down here because we want this one to be a constant hot. So it needs to go there, but we also got to go up to the switch for this one. Or our switch, we always come back in black. So if we're coming back in black, this is the one that's going to go to our receptacle. So we'll just give that a little curl and get it ready. So that means red is going up. So here's our hot coming in. We're going to take it to the red going up, And then the black coming down off of our switch will give us power to the top. But from here, we still need power down to here. So that's where we got to put in another pigtail. Hope that makes sense. So we'll mash these three together. Cut it so all three are at the end. Use a 33 Moret for that. There we go. Now that will be a hot. That's our constant hot. This is our switched hot. So our constant hot, we're going to put on the bottom one. Give it a little more room there. Okay. And then this is the one that's coming down from here. So the power is coming up and then coming back down through our switch on our black, which is this one, which we will then take now to the top one. So let's get that bad boy on the top one. As you can see, sometimes you get doing this, you got to watch your box fill. How much you got in there. By the time you start throwing Morets and pigtails all over the place, it can be pretty tight in there. So there's all four. So I'll get this all buttoned up, then we'll come back and we'll show you. Oh, well, I can show you real quick. We can just basically curl these. And then a switch will go on there. So we'll put a switch onto that. When you're pushing these in, when you have a full box like that, make sure you get your Morets, you push your wires and your Morets so they're like this along the back. So they're not sticking out. Because you got to remember, as you're forcing this in, you don't want to wreck anything on how they're connected. You want to make sure the receptacle has room because it needs that much. So you just sort of work it by pushing it back as you're bending these a little bit, make them do an S, and just work your way back until you get her up against it, where it can go in. We're now at wood there. So I'll tidy this up and we'll test it out. We'll see how it works. Okay, so now got them all buttoned up. So it's plugged in. For this one, the testers, the outside two will be lit up if it's wired correctly, because this is a GFI tester. This one's not a GFI, so on this one, GFI tester. So for this one, we want the two outsides to be lit up. But we can see with constant power, with the board plugged in, we have this one on and this one is off. Now this top one is running off our switch leg. So there we go. Pretty straightforward if you take your time. Think about what you're wiring up and why something goes somewhere. Well, what's its purpose? It goes here and then it's going to come here, which we will then bring it here mentality. 14-3 wire for this because we need to carry that neutral as per code in Canada and US. And that's it. There you go. If it helped you out, if you enjoyed it, throw me a subscribe and a like, and we'll see you on the next one.